One of the things that slightly annoys me is the fact that even though I'm trying my best to program my exercise selection and volume and intensity in a way that allows me to recover from session to session because I'm choosing different exercises, there are some days where I'm doing something like fasting, which was today. There was a higher temperature approaching 30 degrees, and I thought that it was a good time to throw in a fasting day. But it was a day where I was also doing some trap bar deadlifts, and the fact that it was a Sunday evening and the gym was not so busy, and still there weren't enough platforms for me to do the trap bar deadlift, uh, made me think that I didn't really want to spend too much time waiting for a platform to free out. So I went into the squat rack, which no one was using anyways, and I did a few trap bar deadlifts from a deficit. So what I was going up to was sets of fives up to 120 kilos, and this was a top set. And because I was fasting for the day, I decided to move on to the next part of the workout, which was approach jumps without a box. And in here I was trying to the best of my ability, track the contact time on the two-step approach and also the air time, similarly to what I've been doing on the assisted banded jumps. So in here, I'm noticing that, of course, the air time is quite a bit lower. It's about 200 milliseconds below the assisted jumps, and that makes sense. But it still probably is the best way for me to figure out whether I'm improving or not, because I'm not jumping onto a box, which I can slowly increase in height when I'm adding plates on that. And this seems like a good way to go about tracking my progress when it comes to jumping. And I'm still learning how to properly two-step jump, so things should come up together over the next weeks and months. And then I was moving on to the upper body superset. So I was mindful of the previous time where I did not do the pullovers, which are the harder exercise over the superset, as the first one. So I did do those as the first exercise, and then I went into push-ups without a weight. So I was going for a volume sort of approach on this day. And then I was going into some elbow work, bicep drag curls with 30 kilos. I was doing a bit more reps than the normal barbell curls with 30 kilos because the drag allows me to pull alongside my torso, and that probably makes it slightly easier, and that allows me to get a few more repetitions. This is the second set, and I don't know why there's only 4 jumps. I was cutting it and editing it, and maybe I deleted one jump, but never mind. It was a average, I would say, set, maybe lackluster. This is 620 milliseconds. I felt like I wasn't jumping as high, and I decided to cut it short. Maybe I'm starting to get into the groove of realizing when to stop work. I don't want to speak too early. Maybe I shouldn't. Not that it's a big deal anyways. This is the second superset that I did. So I did 3 sets of max effort, let's say, approach jumps, and then I was going for these 2 supersets. Pullovers, 16 kilos, they're pretty tough. The first set I did 10 repetitions, and in the second one I did 8. Felt good. I was mindful of really keeping my lat engaged even throughout the eccentrics, as I probably have a tendency to just let go at the bottom, and maybe that puts undue stress and pressure on the shoulder, which I should try and avoid. And push-ups felt good, going up to 20 reps, not really pushing for getting beyond what I can do. It was mainly a volume day for most of these exercises. Again, extra work on the bicep, which is something that I am kind of neglecting, mostly because I don't really care about the hypertrophy per se of this, but I still feel like it's good work for the health of my elbows, and I don't want to get any more injuries than I'm already dealing with. This is the last set. Probably the weakest of the 3. I was kind of debating with myself at the time if I was going to go for a third one, and it's fine. It's an extra set, extra volume, but I'm noticing that compared to the best jump that I did in my first one, which was 670 milliseconds, in here the best I was doing was 650, and then it was going down. So good time to stop it. Ciao.